vision. Locked out at his decision. First born there in man's prison. Born to sin with a face big chin, bottle of gin in possession. Takes a lick and keeps on tipping. He is a man on a mission.
Hey Google, stop. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sullivan Project podcast, and I'm your host, Harold Sullivan. That's the theme, Man on a Mission, we just started using recently. It's I've created it with the SPP band with AI. If y'all want any information on how that stuff works, you can contact me. We have a couple of albums and some other songs and stuff. And if you want to check out previous episodes of the podcast, it's Harold Sullivan 78 on YouTube, Harold Sullivan 78 TikTok, Harold Sullivan period 35 Facebook. You can call the show 724-513-1472. Leave a message. I might answer. If you want to be on the show, you can call. We'll do audio or video. Either way. You can email hs19782015 at outlook.com with any comments. Like I said, if you want to be on the show, if you just want to get something out, you want to say something. This is a podcast about everything for everyone, and we talk about everything, like I just said, paranormal, metaphysical, supernatural, spiritual, and then movies, TV, music, art, food, life, whatever. Just this is all in one spot. When I was listening to podcasts after I lost my sight about 3.5 years ago, and I was born with an autoimmune disease. In case y'all haven't tuned in before, I wasn't supposed to make it. We all have a story. Everyone has a story, and you can't judge a book by its cover. So this is a podcast for people with a voice, to have a voice for the voiceless. But yeah, there's podcasts, for everything, each different things. But I want to do a podcast for everyone, okay? But the main thing is to get the message out that we can all make it. We can all make a difference. We're all here for a reason. We're all love and light. We're not supposed to be in pain or suffer, none of that. And it's all on how you look at it, really. No pun intended. And I'm on my journey. This is the Sullivan Project. And we're over 150 subscribers now. Oh, man. So please join us on this, on the journey. We're all on a journey. We're all not finished. We're all projects. And I'm just here recording, and I'm putting it up here. And this is my life. And hopefully y'all feel something. Feel and heal, So we're going to do the Sully Awards. Let's see. We're coming up on season 4. And this is the first time I've done the Sully Awards, so it's going to be the first one. We did the pre-Sullys recently with Greg. That was over an hour, but we get to talking, though. There's all kinds of good stuff going on there. I mean, we go off a little on the side here and there, but that's what it's like. That's what I want this podcast to be, like just people just sitting, chilling, talking. You know what I mean? No judgment, no holds barred, but nothing, no crap, no negative, no evil, no putting down. I don't do any of that. So, yeah, I use the Google and the Ziggies and all these things to take notes. Been writing songs and just still keep trying to do things. I've been in a power wheelchair since I was a little kid, and I haven't been able to even really use my arms or legs. So, but I'm still going. 30 times I've been close to death. Probably around 40 now. And I'm working on a book also. If anybody can help with any of this, right now it's pretty much just my sister helps me type and upload stuff. So, contact me. But we're going to talk about the pre-Sullys a little bit, and then we're going to get into the Sully Awards, which is just different awards, my own type of, not normal, quote unquote. But we did the pre-Sullys, and the winners of the pre-Sullys recently, Greg and I broke down some things we both contributed towards. And the first, Greg, superhero reveals, okay, was one of the categories. as like how they turn into whoever. It could be a good guy or a bad guy. So Greg's was his finalist was the Flash, the old one with the ring that spins around and becomes the Flash. Mine, what was mine? I can't remember what mine was now. Because the finalists, I had three finalists. I actually took Superman out, which I'm a big Superman fan. But the Hulk, my computer's talking still on its own. The Hulk and the human, or the Hulk and the Ghost Rider. I think and the Ghost Rider, Hulk, and there was one more. They were my favorite, or that I picked for three because I couldn't just break it to one. Uh, the other ones up in there were Human Torch, Iceman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Shazam. I think Shazam. Yeah, Shazam because he's a little kid and he just says Shazam. He's a superhero. So those are my three: Shazam, Ghost Rider, and Hulk. As far as how they change, and then also one of the other categories in the pre-Sullies was best movie presidents, and we both agreed Bill Pullman from Independence Day because he got right in there. You know what I mean? Most presidents they don't allow to do stuff in the movies, and then we didn't really mention much about Harrison Ford. I mean, he was on Air Force One. He was in that movie. He was in there a little good bit too. So I wanted to bring him up again. Also, recently I talked about vampire. Well, let me see here. What was the other category? Movie remakes or sequels. Ones that don't have a sequel. And so he would like to see Goodfellas or Pulp Fiction have something else, and which surprisingly neither one does. And mine was a movie called Simone, and there was other ones in there. I had like Short Circuit, Spaceballs, which was supposed to have a sequel, and never did. But Simone was about a robot AI, and I think it was De Niro was in the movie, or Pacino. I always get them confused. One of them was. He's a director anyway in Hollywood. I don't want to give it away, but that would be if they could do a sequel. I also had Weird Science in there as well, but there was a TV show to that. But if they could do a sequel or a movie, they don't need to remake Simone. No, it's not that old. But it's Simulation One, Simone. It's called. But yeah, recently we talked to Chris and I talked about vampires and stuff like that, and I don't know that I mentioned. Hold on. Hey Google, turn your volume to 50%. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Mom's stepdad, Scream Queen's Kane Hodder. Second, Rose Blood, They Live Harrison Ford Bible, From Dusk Till Dawn. Third, Johnny Be Good, I Will
Hey
Always
Google,
Love You.
stop. Oh, just From Dusk Till Dawn. I'm not sure if we mentioned that best like favorite vampires, but that's all star cast. George Clooney, uh, Savini even played a character, the makeup artist, Cheech from Cheech and Chong, uh, Tarantino, the director, had a spot in it. You also had, oh good God, one of the guys that was in the Goodfellas and all that. I can't remember the dude's name that played the preacher. And then you had the young girl who actually met at a convention recently. Uh, what was her name? Juliette Lewis. But it was an all-star cast, and they're like trapped in this bar, George Clooney with these vampires. But that's another good vampire movie. And then yeah, I just started my 19th time through the audio Bible in 3 years and 5 months. God bless. It's 87 hours long. So I want to mention that too. Let's see here. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Mom's stepdad, Scream Queen's Kane Hodder. Second, Rose Blood, They Live Harrison Ford Bible, From Dusk Till Dawn. Third, Johnny Be Good, I Will Always
Hey
Love
Google,
You.
stop. Also, I want to mention, yeah, we just had for the 200th, we had Kane Hodder from Jason from Friday the 13th, the real Jason, played him in 4 movies. I met him at a convention, and then I was recently able to get him, and we'll try to get him some more on cameos if we can. So he answered a good bit of stuff. I don't want to spoil it, but I asked him some stuff, and then I asked him some other stuff. So there's different things in there. I don't want to spoil it. So go check that out. And his documentary is on still for free. It's Tubi and Pluto. Into Hell and Back, the Ken Hodder story. And you guys should check that out. If you're a fan, you need to check it out. I also might as well mention Mark Patton, since I'm doing that. He has a documentary called Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street that I've been waiting for to come on. It's free too right now. And he was in Elm Street 2. He was the boy that was possessed by Freddy. He disappeared from Hollywood after that. And here he was gay in real life. And he pretty much just disappeared and went to Mexico. Didn't even know he became famous. I don't want to give the story away. But a lot of stuff happened to him because of what happened. And people didn't realize, they tried to say they didn't realize the undertones in that movie. Even when I was a child, I was like, this is odd. But I didn't get all the things that they did in there. And it was really bad. It was pretty bad. But you know what? God bless him. And I'd like to get him on the show if we could one day, or at least meet him at a convention, maybe ask him stuff. Because now he's doing stuff, conventions, and that he had no idea that the fans loved him. Mark Patton, Jesse Walsh from Part 2. So check out that documentary, Scream Queen. It's called Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street. And then you have the Kane Hodder one, Into Hell and Back. And Kane was close to death, but it's called Into Hell and Back, the Kane Hodder story. Now we're going to do the Sully Awards here. And the first category is theme, movie, TV show, best theme songs, which everybody should know these theme songs. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes. First note, best movie theme, Back to the Future, Halloween, Godfather, Indiana Jones, Star Wars.
Ziggy, stop. So we got Back to the Future, of course, John Williams. Halloween, John Carpenter. I mean, everybody knows that. Very simple beat. And then you have dun, dun, dun in the background. And then you have Back to the Future. Dun, 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 dun. Very orchestra, very played out. Let's see who else do we have in there. Ziggy, what are my stickies? Ziggy, what are my stickies?
Okay.
I can't really do the Godfather one, but it's Ziggy, what are my stickies? It's a violin and very, like, strings are very on the edge type. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes.
Okay,
First
Godfather.
note, best movie theme, Back to the Future, Halloween, Godfather, Indiana Jones, Star Wars.
Ziggy,
Second
stop. Indiana Jones is da 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 da. Da, 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 da. It's more of an upbeat, like a cowboy type. These are all meant to for you to feel certain things when you listen to them. And then, of course, you got Star Wars. Da, 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 and then you have the Darth Vader, which is dum 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 dum. So these are all dramatic, but again, they're to play with your emotions, to have you go up and then back down, and when they have the images in front of them, you know. So we have those ones there. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
Your last note was
Ziggy,
movie theme.
What are my stickies?
I found 11 notes.
Couple
First
more.
note, best movie theme, Back to the Future, Halloween, Godfather, Indiana Jones, Star Wars.
Okay.
Second note, best theme songs, Jaws, Star Trek, Twilight Zone, Superman, James Bond.
Ziggy, stop. We got Jaws, of course. Everybody dum 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 dum. Very simple, just like Halloween, you know. See Jaws, Superman. See. Let's see. You got the love song, but then you have the. It's a march and it builds up, and that's usually whenever he pulls up in his shirt or whatever, or he's doing something cool. And it goes down and back up. And then we have Jaws. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
Okay.
Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes.
Ziggy, stop. Actually, I remember a couple. Twilight Zone, of course. Wait, how's the Twilight Zone? It's almost like Jaws, kind of the Twilight Zone. It's very creepy too, and it's only like just a couple of notes. And then you got James Bond, of course. And James Bond, Twilight Zone, could be a TV show or a movie. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
Okay,
Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes.
Yuck.
First note, best movie theme, Back to the Future, Halloween, Godfather, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. Second note, best theme songs, Jaws, Star Trek, Twilight Zone, Superman, James Bond.
Ziggy, stop. And I think Star Trek was the only other one I didn't mention. If I forgot one, sorry. Star Trek is a TV show and a movie too, as well as the Twilight Zone. So I put it in there. And as wait, how's it go? Dun, 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 dun. I forget how it goes. It's been a long time, but Star Trek, of course, the movie theme was kind of cool. But I like the Next Generation even beefed it up. I like that one better than the original TV movies, but the old show had it. So I got to break some of them down. I don't want to do that. These are going to be tough, all these. But I mean, the most well known is going to be Halloween, probably, even if people don't know what it's called. Superman, Twilight Zone. And I can't just pick one out of all these. Back to the Future is so good, too. There was somebody that mentioned, like Terminator. Dum, 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 dum. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. How about Superman, James Bond, Twilight Zone, and Halloween would be the top four I got to pick. And then, boy, James Bond, Superman. See, I always got Superman in there again, and I might pick over Superman. I can't do that, though. How about Superman, James Bond, and we'll go with one horror for three, because I can't do one. And we'll go with Halloween. We have to. So Halloween, Superman, and James Bond, best movie themes. I mean, Godfather is going to be up there too. They're all good. Yeah, that's why I got 10 or so. But there you go. So those are the three for best movie themes. And then we're going to have best movie moments. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
Okay,
Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes. First note, best movie theme, Back to the Future, Halloween, Godfather, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. Second note, best theme songs, Jaws, Star Trek, Twilight Zone, Superman, James Bond. Third note, epic movie moments, Avengers, Batman, Back to the Future, Die Hard.
Ziggy, stop. Okay, we're going to get right into these epic movie moments. Avengers, but there's a bunch in there like Hulk smash or puny God, when Hulk smashes Loki. But I'm thinking of whenever Iron Man, Tony Stark saves them and comes back through and falls, and then Hulk screams and wakes him up. That's just an epic movie moment, the Avengers. Then we're going to go into Batman, of course, Michael Keaton. I'm Batman. When he says, what are you? I'm Batman. I think he says, what are you or who are? I think it's what. Or cross between what and who. It's like, who are you? So we got Batman. Back to the Future, epic moment. When Marty's playing a guitar and he's disappearing, and then his dad cuts back into the dance, and he stands up and finishes the song. Or there could be other. I mean, there's a lot of them in Back to the Future. E.T. Whenever they're on flying across the moon on the bicycles, epic movie moment. Die Hard, there's a bunch of them, you know what I mean? Yippee-ki-yay, there's the one at the end of the first one when he's laughing and he shoots the dude and dude grabs his wife. But mine would be the fourth one with Justin Long, and he says, "You just killed a helicopter with a car," and that was cool because I don't know if I'd ever seen that before or if it's been done, but that was just cool. He used a helicopter to kill a car. Uh, Bruce Willis, Die Hard 4. Uh, and then, let's see, we got The Godfather, of course, the horse's head, spoilers. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
Okay,
Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes. First note, best
At
movie
least y'all
theme,
can hear
Back to
these.
the Future, Halloween,
So you can
Godfather,
keep,
Indiana Jones,
write these
Star
down if you
Wars.
want to play it. Like,
Second note, best theme
it's cool.
songs, Jaws,
Trivia.
Star Trek, Twilight Zone, Superman,
Coming up
James
with all these
Bond.
off my head, too.
Third note,
Top of the head.
epic movie moments, Avengers, Batman, Back to the Future, Die Hard, E.T., Godfather, RoboCop. And fourth
Okay, we're
note,
going to do
epic
RoboCop.
movie moments, Hannibal, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Star Trek.
Ziggy, stop. So we got RoboCop, of course, it's when he's being killed, spoilers, before he becomes RoboCop, and they're just blasting him apart with guns, and they show it all, too, his limbs and stuff. It's gross. Hannibal, it's Gary Sinise, I believe. Hannibal, spoilers, cuts his head open, and he's frying his brain and feeding it to him while he's sedated. It's just gross. What else here? I'm going to try to remember and go back. Star Wars. There's a bunch of Star Wars, but for me, Return of the Jedi has to be whenever R2 shoots the lightsaber up and Luke catches it and just that's it. Luke, he is the Jedi now, and he just takes out all the bad guys. And in Star Trek, there's a bunch. There's so many. There's the one where they're showing Enterprise when it's a brand new one in the movie, and there's just Live Long and Prosper. Whenever Spock sacrifices himself in the chamber, and there's Khan. Whenever Khan's being screamed in part 2, there's so many of them. I mean, probably the live long, and live long and prosper for me. But Star Trek is just full of them. And then we got Star Wars. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
Okay.
Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes. First note, best movie theme, Back to the Future, Halloween, Godfather, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. Second note, best theme songs, Jaws, Star Trek, Twilight Zone, Superman, James Bond. Third note, epic movie moments, Avengers, Batman, Back to the Future, Die Hard, E.T., Godfather, RoboCop. And fourth note, epic movie moments, Hannibal, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Star Trek, Frankenstein, A Few Good Men.
Ziggy, stop. And then we have a Jurassic Park whenever they see the dinosaurs for the first time when they're out there with them. We have A Few Good Men. Of course, everybody there, did you order the code red? And everybody knows. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. And then Frankenstein, it's alive. Of course, that moment in Frankenstein. So these are all epic movie moments. I got to break them down into a couple. I mean, how the heck do you do all that? Good God. I don't even know. And for me, I like Star Wars would have to be one of them if I bring it down to the top 5. The Jedi. E.T. is a good one too. A lot of kids, people know that. Epic movie moments. Batman, Avengers, they're all good. Back to the Future. Oh my. I'm going to have to put the Avengers up in the top 5 too with Tony Stark. It's just funny and all that. So, and then we got E.T. Avengers, E.T. We'll have those up there. Avengers, E.T. Can't have another superhero, so Avengers has to beat out Batman. So we got Avengers and we got E.T. And then Die Hard and Godfather, Hannibal. How about Hannibal? Because that's just so just different. So we got Hannibal, and we got Avengers, and we got E.T. for my 3 epic movie moments. I can't go any lower than that. So E.T., Hannibal, and the Avengers. And then we're going to get to the last one, which it was very difficult, but we got a few. We got Best New York Scene, Best Kiss, Best Dance, Best Poop, and Best Fight. But the Sullys are different, so they're not just a standard fight, standard kiss, standard whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try to do, I remember some of them, I'm going to try to, and then so I can get into the message here, because we're doing it today. We're getting her done. So, as far as the Best New York Scene, I've had these for a minute here. We have Kane Hodder played Jason, and Jason Takes Manhattan, walk around the whole deal. And we have Jason, and we have Ghostbusters, Ernie Hudson at the end of Ghostbusters screaming, I love New York. Then we have Home Alone 2 with the bird lady in the park with the pigeons and stuff. And then we have Planet of the Apes at the end when you see the Statue of Liberty in the original. And then you have the King Kong climbing the Statue of Liberty in the original. And for me, favoritism, I don't know, but I got to go with Kane Hodder wearing the Jason makeup in New York. I won't even have to pick 3 out of those. And there might be more than 5 on the list. We'll talk about them in a moment when I go back through. I'm trying to do what I can here, though. And then for Best Kiss, let's see here. We got Freddy Krueger from Part 4 when he asked the girl if she wants to suck face, and she has asthma, and he just takes her whole body and sucks it out like a balloon, and she's all hanging there all just, it's nasty. And then we have Best Kiss. We have Spider-Man from Mary Jane from Tobey Maguire. The Spider-Man, and Mary Jane lifts his mask up and kisses him when he's hanging upside down. We have Lady and the Tramp kiss with the spaghetti. We have There's Something About Mary with the dog. It's very nasty, but there's a kiss with a lady and a dog is just all in her mouth and everything. I had to put that in there. Very different, you know. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
Okay.
Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes. First note, best movie theme, Back to the Future, Halloween, Godfather, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. Second note, best theme songs, Jaws, Star Trek, Twilight Zone, Superman, James Bond. Third note,
we're on Best
epic
Kisses.
Movie moments, Avengers, Batman, Back to the Future, Die Hard, E.T., Godfather, RoboCop. And fourth note, epic movie moments, Hannibal, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Star Trek, Frankenstein, A Few Good Men. Would you like to hear the next 4?
Yes.
Fifth note, best poop scene, The Caddyshack, Jurassic Park. Sixth note, best poop scene, Scary Movie, Back to the Future, Friday.
We got lots of poop scenes.
And Dumb Gold Member. Seventh note, best fight scene, Mars Attacks, Liar, Liar, They Live Lizard. And eighth note, best fight scene, Scary Movie, shot at
of course, they're all at the bottom.
Superman 3. Would you like to hear the last 3?
Yes. Kisses.
Ninth note, best New York home, Alone 2, Jason, Ghostbusters, Planet of the Apes,
Okay.
King Kong.
Okay.
10th note, best kiss, Freddy, Spider-Man, Mary Lady, and the Tramp, Captain Kirk. And 11th note,
Okay.
best dance, American Wedding, Snake, Ghost, Short Circuit, Evil Dead.
Ziggy Stop. Okay, another one I had, Best Kiss. The first on-screen interracial kiss. And it was in the Star Trek TV show with Captain Kirk and Uhura, in case people didn't know. I have to put that in there. And then we have Best Dance. We'll talk about those. Stifler in American Wedding. He's in a gay bar and there's a dance. We'll get a dance off. The dance from Dusk Till Dawn with the snake. There's a dance with a snake in there. There's a dance, Ghost, the dance in Ghost. And I believe, let's see here. I believe I said Short Circuit, where the girl dances with the robot trying to teach him things. Johnny 5, I think I mentioned that there. And then we're going to go into best fight scenes. We got Mars Attacks with Jim Brown just punching out the things. We got Scary Movie with the cat. I think it was the second one. And Cindy fighting this black cat. It's also nominated for Poop Scene too, because she poops in the litter box, and the cat's litter box, and makes it mad, and then it fights her. Silly. Best fight, Superman 3, where Clark fights Superman. We got Jean-Claude Van Damme fighting a penguin in sudden death. Let's see here, best fight. We got They Live, of course, with Roddy Piper. In the alleyway, he's fighting this guy. Well, his buddy doesn't want to put the sunglasses on. Put on the sunglasses. Which actually, I just reviewed that recently, or I listened to it since I've become blind. I don't remember if I checked it out after I lost my sight before this, but I'd give the movie an 8 out of 10 at least or more, and I don't give movies high ratings. And it's just great. John Carpenter from the beginning to the end. There's a simple cowboy beat. Doom, 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 doom. And then in the back you got doom, doom. And it's just like, it's just cool. But yeah, he's a loner, goes into a town looking for jobs. There's a guy spouting off things about the end of the world, and it's just all this crazy stuff. And he ends up fighting, he's finding out something ain't right, and he's in the middle of it. So it's called They Live. Check it out. And it's never gotten a sequel or a remake or anything. What else here? We'll go into the poop scenes and then go back and see what I missed. Best poop scenes, Back to the Future. There's a poop scene in each one of those. Friday, the first one where he's nobody going there, don't go to the bathroom for about 35, 45 minutes. Craig's dad. Let's see here. Jurassic Park with that giant pile of doo-doo in the first one. Jurassic Park. We got Friday. We got Caddyshack, of course, with the floating turd, whatever. Caddyshack. Dumb and Dumber with Jeff Daniels on the toilet. We have the poop scene in Ace Ventura When Nature Calls where he's spitting the bat poop on people. There's a bunch of different poop scenes here. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes. First note, best movie theme, Back to the Future, Halloween, Godfather, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. Second note, best theme songs, Jaws, Star Trek, Twilight Zone, Superman, James Bond. Third note, epic movie moments, Avengers, Batman, Back to the Future, Die Hard, E.T., Godfather, RoboCop. And fourth note, epic movie moments, Hannibal, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Star Trek.
We got Best Dance as Ghost in there.
Would you like to hear the next four?
Yes.
Fifth note, best poop scene, The Caddyshack, Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Sixth note, best poop scene, scary movie, Back to the Future, Friday, When Nature Calls, Dumb and Dumber, Goldmember.
Goldmember.
Seventh note, best fight scene, Mars Attacks, Liar, Liar, They Live, Lizard. And eighth note,
Ziggy, stop. Okay, best fight scene, They Live. We got the lizard from the original Star Trek TV show with Captain Kirk. We got best fight scene, Liar, Liar. Jim Carrey beats himself up. And then and Goldmember, when Goldmember's on the toilet and he's pooping and he throws his underwear or whatever that is, that thing, and then it lands on Austin's head. It's pretty nasty. He's like, diaper lady, here's my diaper. And he's like, I might piss one off too soon, and all that. So we got a good bunch of good ones here. Let me make sure I got them all, and then we'll do the winners. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
Okay.
Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes. First note, best movie theme, Back to the Future, Halloween, Godfather, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. Second note, best theme songs, Jaws, Star Trek, Twilight Zone, Superman, James Bond. Third note, epic movie moments, Avengers, Batman, Back to the Future, Die Hard.
Yeah, the dances we had.
And fourth note,
Short Circuit.
Epic movie moments, Hannibal, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Star
The Ghost
Trek,
Dance.
A Few Good Men.
The Snake Dance.
Would you like to hear the next four?
Yes.
Fifth note, best poop scene, The Caddyshack, Jurassic Park. Sixth note, best poop scene, scary movie, Back to the Future, Friday, When Nature Calls, Dumb and Dumber, Goldmember. Seventh note, best fight scene, Mars Attacks, Liar, Liar, They Live, Lizard. And eighth note, best fight scene, scary movie, Shot of the Dead, Son of Death, Superman 3. Would you like to hear the last three?
Shot of the Dead. No.
Okay.
Shot of the Dead. I'll call it a fight scene in the front when he's throwing stuff with that zombie and then she gets killed. That's pretty funny. Ziggy, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes. First note, best movie theme, Back to the Future.
I probably should
Halloween,
have just let that
Godfather,
play out.
Indiana Jones, Star Wars.
Good God.
Second note, best theme
When you
song,
lose your
Jaws,
sight,
Star
you got to
Trek,
reprogram
Twilight
everything
Zone, Superman,
because
James Bond.
everything, your memory is
Third
based
note,
off of what you
epic
see.
movie moments, Avengers, Batman, Back to the Future, Die Hard, E.T., Godfather, RoboCop.
It's
And
nuts.
fourth note, epic movie moments, Hannibal, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Star Trek, Frankenstein, A Few Good Men. Would you like to hear the next four?
Yes.
Fifth note, best poop scene, The Caddyshack, Jurassic Park. Sixth note, best poop scene, scary movie,
loading.
Back to the Future, Friday, When Nature Calls, Dumb and Dumber, Gold Member.
All right.
Seventh note, best fight scene, Mars Attacks, Liar, Liar, They Live, Lizard. And eighth note, best fight scene, scary movie, Shot of the Dead, Son of Death, Superman 3. Would you like to hear the last three?
Yes.
Ninth note, best New York home, Alone 2, Jason, Ghostbusters, Planet of the Apes, King Kong. 10th
Okay.
note, best kiss, Freddy, Spider-Man, Mary Lady, and the Tramp, Captain Kirk. And 11th note, best dance, American Wedding, Snake, Ghost, Short Circuit, Evil Dead.
Ziggy, stop. And another best dance, Evil Dead, with the headless girlfriend of Ash is dancing around, tormenting him. All right, so we got all that, and I'm going to do it real quick, and then we're going to sign off here. Remember, love's a choice, and so's the hate, y'all. So I got to do New York, best New York moment. Kane Hodder's Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. Oh, boy. Best dance. I like Stifler in the bar, the gay bar. I like the dance with the snake. And I like the ghost dance as well. I'm probably going to have to say dance. The best dance would have to be Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg and Demi Moore dancing. Best dance would be Ghost. Best kiss. Yeah, I mean, what kind of, do you go to oddball kiss? Or do you go with one like Spider-Man, you know? How about Lady and the Tramp? Just have to go with Lady and the Tramp, but everybody knows that kiss. So best kiss, Lady and the Tramp. Best dance, Ghost. Best New York, Kane Hodder's Jason. And then we have best poop scene. Oh boy. Caddyshack with the turd. And then we have best fight scene, which is going to be tough. But I would probably have to say Jim Brown. Well, Jim Brown and Liar Liar, both of them. Jim Brown and Mars Attacks from fighting aliens. He's just punching them one by one. So there you have the Sully Wars, y'all.